I learned that on YouTube.
That clap.
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 12 of Amonos with Ricky Novea. Today, dude, we're doing it on a fucking Friday, bro. I had no plans, but it was destined to be, man. I have the second Jewish person guest. Shalom L'chaim. L'chaim. I don't know how you say it.
You had a P there?
I added the P, dude.
You really haven't met too many Jewish people.
Not really.
Yeah.
But dude, this guy, I've seen him a lot. I've done shows with him. He's a very, very great guy. I think he's hilarious. Most
people don't, but Ricky does.
I do. In my book, you're fucking funny. So please welcome Danny Nixxon. Hell yeah, Danny. How are you today, dude?
Good, man. Yeah, I got the night off and I was like, any mics going on? I hit you up and you're like, no, but you want to come do a podcast? I'm like, sure.
It was just destined to be, dude. I was like, I needed a guest, and I was planning on doing one, dude. This thing, I'm telling you, this podcast is fucking growing. I'm gonna get a sponsor soon, probably by Blue Chew or something. Who fucking knows? Okay. Maybe a butt plug, hopefully. You know what I mean? And
you never know.
And dude, I was like, fuck it, let's have Danny do a quick episode of Amonos. And dude, it's great to have you here in my little patio.
Yeah.
It's
quick little episode. It's been fun. I see you guys.
All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
So
cool, man.
Yeah, man, you know, it's just trying to do the damn thing, man. You inspired me because, you know, you do the on deck videos. Yep. And the cool thing about comedy is, like, besides trying to do jokes and stuff, and like, you got to try to grow your audience, right? So you got to find your niche of making content. So, you know, maybe talk about how you started with On Deck.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to think of, like, I got to put out content. I kind of hate the whole social media game. You got to put out content. Like, do we really need more content?
Yeah.
The world doesn't need more content.
No.
But you got to play the game. I'm like, so every time I put out something, I'm like, fuck, I'm just making the world worse. but here we do it. So yeah, I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I don't want to. I can do skits and all this stuff, and I'm like, it just sounds exhausting. And I was like, you know what? I like documentary kind of stuff, and I'm genuinely curious about comedy and other comedians and the rooms they have. And so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna take out. And I have, like, I do video stuff for a living, and I have, like, a bunch of equipment and stuff, but I just get so tired of lugging all that shit around all day.
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude, I bet.
I'm like, I'm doing it on my iPhone. I don't give a fuck, and that's all what it's gonna be. And yeah, we shot the first one with Adrian Luna, and thank you, Adrian, because it was awesome. It was. And yeah, it was well received, and then I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna keep doing more. So
yeah,
we got more on the way. You're gonna be on a future one.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, dude.
Dude, I think that's the perfect thing that you do. When I saw you post the first one, I was like, fuck yeah, this is Danny's niche right here. Like, you know how to talk to people.
I don't actually. That's actually part of why I did it too. I was like, because I feel like I'm terrible at conversation. Honestly, I'm like socially awkward. I don't. I think people probably think I'm a dick because I'm just shy. I'm generally shy,
but dude,
like,
that's how comics are, though. I feel I know there's some people that, like, I mean, at least I learned from myself that, like, the first impression in comedy, like, don't take it to heart, because there's sometimes people that are just shy, that don't know how to talk to people. They're thinking about their jokes, and I don't know, I think your first impression with me was cool. You know, I never felt like you were a dick, so let's clear that off the table. I always thought you were a nice guy.
Danny Nixxon,
not
a dick.
Not a dick, dude. Friendly guy. And but you're right, though, dude. I feel like a lot of comics do think, like, first impression, oh, this guy's an asshole because he didn't say hi to me or talk to me, you know? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we're all pretty introverted extroverts in a weird way. Some are obviously more extroverted than others. But yeah, so I did just kind of start just to force myself, like, screw it, I'm just going to get out of my comfort zone and go talk to people. And it's a great way to network. It's a great way to build an audience. It's a great way to, like I said, I'm genuinely curious about the craft. I just love comedy, so I'll just go and make little quick videos and ask some questions. Yeah, dude, no. And I think that's a good way, too, to, like, getting out of your comfort zone is always the best way for you to grow. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I did a solo podcast before, and I'm just talking, bro, and I'm trying to keep myself entertained. And, you know, you just got to find your own little thing to do. And it's cool, man. If you haven't checked out Danny Nixxon's On Deck, fucking do it. I'm going to be on one soon. It's going to be fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
What? But, yeah, man. So how long have you done comedy for?
About a year and some change now. I used to do it in high school. I used to do it in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like a really young comic in Houston for a while, a couple years before I came out here and kind of gave it up, and then started doing it again. I started doing it in like 2020, right before the pandemic hit. I did it for like a couple months, and then the pandemic hit, and then and then I started doing it again about a year and some change, like February last year. And man, I love it.
Dude, it's so fucking fun, man. I'm glad I took the initiative, dude, because like I've said it before in the previous podcast, like I was still trying to struggle to find my passion, and once this kind of got led to me, I'm like, oh, this is what I'm meant to do, dude. So, you know, there's always room for improvement. I'm not
drive
fucking,
2 hours to wait.
Drive 2 hours to fucking
wait 45 minutes so you can do 3.
Yeah,
it's the life,
dude. That's the life, you know. And then to just maybe get crickets.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the best.
It's the best. It's a hard struggle, but dude, it's fun when you crush it, don't you?
Yeah, it's the best. Like the last episode we put out, George Frieda was talking about, it's a drug. It is a drug. It's so addicting, dude. Like that rush, it's like nothing better, and you're just, man. And then if you don't get those laughs, dude, it's like, for me, it's like withdrawals, you know.
Yeah.
Until you get another fix.
So like when you bomb, right? Like obviously
I never bomb.
I'm a fucking killer cocksucker. But when you like feel like you had a bad set, what do you do? Like, do you kind of like sink in your feelings for a little bit, or do you kind of just think like, okay, this is one mic, what can I do next to fucking get better? Or what's your thought process when you have a bad set?
It's a quiet drive home. I know that. I record all my stuff as most people do, and I always listen back. So like sometimes I think I do, you know, brain fart. I do about as good as that one. I don't even know. I'm blanking. Let's cut to something else.
All right. So when you do good, what, like, explain the feeling of like when you have a fucking
no, but
when
when I don't do well, like it is like, it's like I just feel depressed. I kind of just feel like everything's wrong in the world until I can get up again and get the laughs that I feel like I should have gotten. And sometimes it's the room, sometimes it's just it's just an off night. Sometimes I screw up. I've gone up, like we've all, maybe all, not all, you go up there, and I changed like the intro one time, and I got up there and I didn't even say a word. I couldn't say the first word, and it was like 20 seconds of silence of me trying to figure out. I'm going, it was awful.
Dude,
I've been there before. I think I just blurted out one of the words from this that I could remember. It's just to get me on track, and like the set got better and ended strong. But like those moments are like terrifying. And then when people don't laugh at you, or when you've done the joke like 10 times or 12 times and they laugh, it's like 10 for 10, 12 for 12 or whatever, and then you do it and then no one laughs. You're like, really?
Yeah.
What? Like it's like.
I've had that happen before. I'm like, this is my best joke. How the fuck are you guys not laughing at this?
Yeah, it throws you off for sure. Like when you're expecting the laughs, you know where the laughs generally go, and when you don't get it, you're like, oh, that was okay. And so I think that also for me is something I need to still kind of work on, is just like those awkward moments of when they don't laugh, of turning those awkward non-laugh moments into a laugh moment, like. Because that's why we're generally funny. We're awkward. I think, for me at least, like comedy comes from a place of awkwardness. So it's like, how can you?
Yeah, because even just like acknowledging the awkwardness, like that's like can get a laugh sometimes. You know, like I've had it happen where I'm like, all right, that joke fucking suck, and you know, people laugh at that because they're like, oh, this guy's fucking human, dude. You know, but I get that, dude. Bombing is hard. But I feel like the more that you're okay with bombing, like it's gonna be, like it's part of the process. And I fucking say this shit all the time, and I'm pretty sure other comedians talk about like how their bombing experiences. But yeah, man, I like seeing you perform so much, man, because like you get very into it. You get into it, dude. Like you just, it's amazing. I'm proud of you, Danny. I really am.
I remember I saw you the first time at where was it, Beer Co.
Oh yeah, Beer Co.
And it's just fun watching both of us. I think just like where we started and where we, because you crushed, dude. Like every time I've seen you, like I was like, dude, like I haven't seen her in a couple months, and like, holy shit, dude, it's amazing. Like with the Continental Room crushed, dude, you're fucking, you really going out into the crowd and like, being present. I think it's admirable, Ricky. I
thank you, man.
So
I think you and I should.
You're fun to watch too. I'm being 100% serious. Like you're fun to watch. I'm like, Ricky's on. It's gonna be fun.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I think you and I should kiss now.
Okay.
No, but I feel the same way about you, dude. Because like I've seen you when I saw the first. I think it was at Beer Co the first time that we met. And like, this is, I wrote this down on my notes too, so I won't forget. I have to give you your flowers on record because you're one of the few comics that gave me some constructive criticism, and it felt very genuine. It didn't feel like you were trying to be an asshole or anything like that. You were just like, and you're waiting. I feel like you're waiting and trying to process, like, fuck, should I tell him? Should I not tell him? And then you're like, hey, dude, you know what? I think this joke would work better if you just do like a sound effect or an act out. Fucking people are bumping it, dude. It's a Friday night. Everybody's getting lit, and we're right here conversating. But yeah, man. And when you told me that, I was like, oh fuck, no one really will tell you that, you know. And then some people give you, I don't even say like advice, but they give you advice in like in from a bad place, you know. And I felt like your intention was for me to grow, because you see this joke can be a lot better if I just add a little bit of something. So I always gotta thank you for that, man. I have the most up respect for you, man. But dude, I love you, Danny.
we can kiss now. We can.
Kiss.
Yeah,
we can. Yeah.
We're gonna hang on.
Just cover it.
No, that's funny because I feel like I'm in no position to be giving anyone any advice about comedy. So
no, yeah,
you're like, wow, that was insightful. But yeah, I do. I remember what it was. You had the joke, the joke about the butt plug and something, and you pull it out. And I said, it would be funny. It would be fucking gross, but it would be funny if you pull it out and you go like, oh.
Yeah, or just a sound effect, like cleans it or something, dude.
You can have mine. And I was like, but you never did. You never did it though. So
I take it out, right? If I'm taking it out of my ass and I go.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. So you added the sound effect.
Yeah, you did. Sound effect, and then sometimes like if the crowd's already laughing, I'll sometimes just like look at it and just like, oh, okay, it's clean, you know. So just depending on the crowd, man. Sometimes it just needs a little pop and that's it. But yeah, dude. And I also have the most up respect for you because you did my first fucking headshots.
Oh yeah,
you took my first headshots.
I did,
and they were cool, and I used them for a lot of fucking flyers, dude.
All right,
and a lot of people like the one where I'm on the barrel and I'm just kind of like, like looking like a sad boy. Yeah, dude.
Sad boy is pretty accurate.
Sad boy.
He looked pretty sad.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it was
moody.
Cool. Moody. It's the Mercury's in retrograde look.
Shit is fucked right now, and I'm at Beer Co. Yeah, I take photos sometimes. So yeah, I was trying to also just meet people, and I kind of still want to do some photos, and obviously I do video and stuff like that. But yeah, I enjoy it,
Yeah, dude.
Who doesn't like their own photo taken,
Yeah, especially the great quality that you took of it, man. I was like, oh fuck, these actually came out really good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's the camera.
It's the camera. It's dude. You were just like that fucking scene in Austin Powers, like the camera loves you, baby.
Do I make you Randy, baby? Yeah. What's that? What's that? Oh,
Jesus Christ! Yeah, we got. This is. I live in the lovely part of Whittier, where I don't know what people think of Whittier, but a lot of people think that it's a nice area, and I don't live in the nice area. I live in the kind of shit happens. Like up the street, somebody had got shot and killed in their apartment.
What'd they say?
I have no clue, but I think
probably
it was
because they were talking shit.
Probably talking shit. I think it was
talk shit in Whittier. Everyone knows that.
An ex shooting up their old significant other and their new man. So you know what I mean, like
shit.
That's the like drama, dude.
Shit, like.
And the reason why I found out because my mom was like, "Do you know what happened down the street?" The Cheeseman, dude. Cheeseman's hot out here in fucking
She's
Whittier.
Like, my lover got shot.
My lover got shot. Dude, if I'm not mistaken,
dodged a bullet there. Literally.
Dodged a bullet. Ayo. Comedy. Shout out to Mikey, dude. I had to give shout out to Mikey, dude. Okay, let's bring him up a little bit. You and Mikey have been doing you guys been hanging out a lot lately, man, and
yeah, we touch each other a little bit.
Whoa.
No.
Jealous.
I met Mikey at Ontario Improv at the open mic, and we just started talking and we hit it off, and we ran on right after each other, and then and then I'd seen him once before. Actually, Joe Urell roasted him one night at El Farolito in Fullerton when Maxwell Farms was there for like a minute.
Yeah. Shout out to Maxwell Farms.
Yeah.
Fuck taxes, smoke maxes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I first met. Actually, well, I didn't meet him, but I saw him there, and Joe Urell roasted him, and it was hilarious. So I was like, "Oh, I saw you at the thing." And we were talking, and then I don't know. Then I think I saw him again, or I hit him up, and he's just always down, man. He's working hard. He's always. I'm like, "Hey, you want to do this?" He's like, "Yeah, you know." So we've done a lot of mics and a lot of shows together and stuff, and then he wanted to start a room, and he got one, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I want you to help me do this, get this off the ground." So. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Mikey's awesome, dude. He's a go-getter.
Yeah, he really is.
Knows
man.
everybody. Like, he's super friendly. He's got his own style, man. He's funny, and dude,
yeah, he does have his unique style, and I think like I admire it. I admire it a lot because like I don't think I would be able to do his style of comedy, but he is a very hard worker, and I feel like the connection between you guys can do a lot, man. Like especially the Red Room.
Yeah.
That's
the show we started. Yeah,
dude. The first opening was fucking.
Pronounced it right. I appreciate that.
Oh, I was like, I thought I was gonna fuck it up, but yeah, dude. You guys had a lot of comics, man, and then you guys had a lot of features too, right? For that,
we had some. Tony Shriller came out. Mikey got Tony to come out, and then we had a bunch of comics come through, and then we're gonna do another one in June 17th, and then we got some real features coming. Not real feature, but we have an actual lineup.
Yeah, no, I seen that, dude, and yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a very good show, man. And,
yeah, it should be fun.
It's in Santa Fe Springs, so if you guys are interested, you guys can go check it out. Check out the show. I would, dude, because you guys ran that room pretty good, dude.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it was our first time doing it. We just wanted. Everyone was like, "Wow, you guys are doing this nice," and I'm like, I mean, sure. I mean, I honestly doesn't feel like it's that difficult. It's just like little touches here. It doesn't take. Just be resourceful, and
I think it's true, Mike. Yeah. I know I've been to mics where like, the host doesn't really care about the mic.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that usually drag on, and then the ones that you see like the little things that the host or whoever's running it can change the room up a lot.
Oh, 100%. And that's kind of the whole premise behind what we wanted. Like Mikey, especially, like we wanted just cool vibes, like he always says. Like we just want to be supportive. We wanted to be fun. We wanted to be high energy. We wanted to be kind of different. We wanted to feel like a show. Like it got a lot of mics can be really depressing. They're like it's like an AA meeting in like a back room of fucking wherever, and and so we were trying to let's make it fun. Let's make it exciting. Like the whole process is pretty grueling anyway. Just like sitting through
just being waiting for
dude.
I totally agree with that. But yeah, dude. It's cool to see. I like to see people when they have like, because when you start in comedy, for the most part, you're by yourself, and then you kind of find your clique and stuff. And when I saw you and Mikey like partner up, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great duo. And I think you guys can do a lot. And I can't wait to see what's in store for you guys, dude.
Thank
honestly,
you. Yeah,
man.
Yeah. He's a mover and shaker, dude. He's out there. He's meeting people and he's working on his craft and. Yeah, it's awesome, and the Red Room kind of started because we both love horror, and he did these photo edits where everything was red.
He has those.
And I was like, that's kind of cool. And then like I'm like, you like horror? You like the color red? Like we both love The Shining, like the Red Room, the Red Room, and like we'll do that, and we'll give it a Shining kind of feel, and we just went with it, and so that's what we're doing. And
that's your guys' style, bro.
So it works. I'm not into the devil. I'm not a devil worshiper, and neither is Mikey. But we just love horror, and we love Shining. We love red is a cool color for comedy, anyway.
We just sometimes have to sacrifice some chickens from time to time to make sure the show goes well.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, but that's like that's a given.
That's a given. Yeah. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, you did performing art too also? Is that cool? We're talking about that?
Sure. Yeah.
You don't have to get into too much detail. I just remember you said that you did some stuff like that.
Yeah, I went to like a performing arts high school growing up. I studied theater and all that kind of stuff, but I really wanted to do comedy and film. I just wanted to be an SNL is really what
Dude,
my
oh
goal
my god,
was.
you have such fucking like SNL vibes too. Like I can see you
too
just.
kind.
No, I honestly, and like this is not me sucking your dick, maybe, but like,
Feels
I
good.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Danny Nixon on a show acting as a comedic actor and just doing some fucking skits. Because if you see him perform, dude,
sweetest.
it's just you get into your jokes, and that's what I admire, you know. And it's not like super over the top. It's just right.
That's funny because I feel like I'm trying to still bring it down.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I think I'm up here a lot, and I want to be a little bit down here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I want to slow down. And so, but also, like, I think the problem is also you only get 5 minutes, so I'm always rushing. And it's like trying to like not rush and be like, you know, maybe I don't have to do 5 minutes full, but maybe I could do like 3, 4, and like take my time, or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but thank you, I appreciate that.
No,
but
dude,
yeah,
of course.
So yeah, so I studied theater, I studied improv. I told you I did comedy. I was a doorman at a comedy club in Houston, where I'm from, for a couple years. So I saw all the great comics come through.
Dude,
I got
that's
to meet
fucking
them.
awesome.
It was every night. It was like a master class in comedy, and you know I was doing the open mics there. So I've always done sketches and video fun stuff throughout my life, and then I guess I kind of got impatient. I'm like, oh, this would be a funny sketch. This would be a funny sketch. This would be a funny sketch. And then it's just such a pain, labor of love to make those things happen. You got to get a bunch of people involved and all this. I'm like, you know what? You know what's great is I can just go and tell it, you know, or I could just, you know, that's what I love about comedy. It's just a microphone. Like I did music too, like in music you have to bring your cables and the guitar and you got to tune it and all the amps and the plug-in and the like. In a comedy you just show up. There's a mic there and like that's it.
Maybe bring your notes.
Yeah, maybe your notes, and you don't even need a microphone. That's what I love about it, and it's so liberating because you don't have to rely on anybody but yourself. And like who was I watching something recently? Like the audience doesn't lie. You know,
that's
audience,
for sure.
Audience tells you whether or not you're legit or not. You know, because it's that there's no one to blame.
Yeah,
there's no one really to blame, but you know, it's all
you
on
can't.
you.
Like I know some comics like we say ourselves too. We're like the room was just not for like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a great comic, like you can make anybody laugh. But there is some rooms that are just fucking.
Yeah, I mean it does happen.
Tough,
I think
bro.
it does happen. I mean it's there are collective energies for sure. Like I went and saw me and my wife. We were really into Radiohead. We still love Radiohead. Okay, and we went and saw them at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
And I don't know what was up. The audience was asleep, dude. Tom York literally was like, "Hello, wakey," to the audience at the Hollywood Bowl to see Radiohead. And like, how does that happen? I don't know, but
That's
it
crazy.
does. So you shouldn't blame the crowd for sure. Like you said, there's got to be a way that you could win them over. You know, you got to work with the crowd that you have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the same time, there's just some things you just can't control. You know.
So like I don't want to make it sound like so much like a fucking interview. I want this to be fun as well. But like, who were some of the guys that you've seen that like inspired you to be like, oh, I want to do some of this shit? Then, you know, like.
Well, growing up, it was Jerry Seinfeld for sure.
Jerry Seinfeld, okay.
But I watched a lot of I watched Sinbad and like Gallagher growing up. Like, dude, like it was whatever was on Comedy Central when Comedy Central first started off.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, like in the 90s when early 90s, mid 90s when it was just comedy specials. I watched everything, and Monty Python and like Mr. Bean and all. And
Mr. Bean is fucking funny. I think a lot of people like they don't understand his comedy, but
yeah.
He's like the movies that I remember seeing, like, what was it like when he's like a fucking spy?
Yeah, well the movies were okay in fairness, but he had a show where it was it was on PBS. It was like 20-minute shows, and that's where the movies came from. Like I'll admit that I don't think the movies are great. You got to watch the shows.
I remember seeing one scene where like he goes to the laundromat and like I think he's like fighting with somebody in there, so he goes to like put like soap and he puts like the wrong soap or some shit. I think he puts bleach and he sees that it starts changing color and he's like, oh fuck, and he starts like I don't know, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think he also was like, I think the guy caught him and he was checking a soap and he was like, oh, it's a coffee cup, I'm drinking coffee, and he's like waiting for him to take a drink and he takes the drink and it's just fucking soap detergent. No? All right.
Like I said,
we're all fucking off.
I
dude.
love Mr. Bean, but not the movie. No, yeah, you got to watch the show for real.
Okay,
Dude.
I'll
It's
check it
so
out.
good. It's
Mr.
so good.
fucking Bean, dude. But yeah,
But yeah, and then like Saturday Night Live. Anyway, it was like the Mike Myers era with Chris Farley, David
Chris
Spade,
fucking
Adam
Farley,
Sandler.
dude.
Like that was like they were my idols. And then when I worked at the comedy club, like Dave Chappelle came through, Jim Brewer came through, everyone came through.
Jim
Dave
Brewer's
Attell,
really fucking funny.
Mitch Hedberg came through. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Did you like Mad TV? Like I know that was probably like a little like later.
You know, I actually, if I had to choose, no, I did watch it, but I wasn't a huge fan. I loved In Living Color.
Okay.
Living Color was like,
I know Living Color.
that's
too.
kind of also where I started. Like, dude,
I know. I think
that
I was. I don't even think I was born yet. Like not to fucking like disrespect or anything, but my brother had I forgot what seasons it was, but dude, In Living Color was fucking hilarious.
Living
dude.
Color was way better than Mad TV in my opinion.
Yeah, by far, because that cast was fucking stacked.
Stellar, dude. Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, everyone went on to like become like super comedy stars. Yeah, that was for sure my stench to comedy. You know, dude, Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey, David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson, and Jamie Foxx, dude, when he would do like. Who would he? Wanda. Like,
I like.
Can't joke about that now.
I liked when Jim Carrey was with that muscular woman.
Yes,
That one was funny. I don't remember the name, so I'm not
it
gonna
was
fucking
like
try.
yeah, but like, hey guys, we're gonna
Yeah,
amp down. He was like on steroids.
Who was that? Was it Bobo the Clown? No, not Bobo the Clown.
Homie the Clown.
Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that. Smack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. Where's another one?
I also love
my god, the Jamaican doctor's like, he's like, you're complaining I got 5 jobs. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a doctor. I'm a janitor and all this stuff.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Oh man.
Oh dude, I remember though the gay movie critics like.
Hated it.
Dude. 3 snaps and Z formation. Like, dude. I mean, that was, yeah, dude.
Those are. I know, dude. I'm glad that like I see a lot of like the sense of humor that I have or I like, grew up with was a lot of stuff that like siblings would watch. Like that was Living Color, like Mad TV, obviously like The Simpsons and stuff. And then like Dave Chappelle, The Chappelle Show.
Chappelle
Show was fucking awesome, dude. That was like a really golden era. What else, dude? I saw some Saturday Night Live stuff, but like I always liked Mad TV more.
Yeah.
You know, like I liked more of their stuff, more of their skits, especially like Will Sasso.
Will Sasso's hilarious.
Yeah, he's fucking great. Who else did it like?
Yeah, Bobby Lee's.
Bobby Lee was good in that too. Mrs. Swan. Fuck, I don't remember her name.
Yeah, she's the voice of Lois.
And you know what the thing is, like my parents would like quote some of that shit. Like my dad would be like, "Oh, he kind of looked like a man," you know, like
looking like a man. Okay, I'll tell you everything.
I'll tell you everything. You come here. And then Stewart, dude. Oh my, Stewart. What was his name?
Funny.
Michael McDonald.
Yeah, I think so. He's funny. He's really funny.
Yeah,
too.
he was really great on that stuff. But holy shit.
Yeah, and then there's like Kids in the Hall. I didn't watch too much Kids in the Hall, but like, man, I was definitely. Aware of them. Oh, Mr. Show, Bob and David, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross had a show on HBO. That was awesome.
I don't think. Yeah, I was too poor to have HBO.
Did you ever watch The State with Michael Ian Black and like Michael Showalter and David Blaine? Those guys, dude, those guys are hysterical.
You said The State?
The State. Yeah, they do the Wet Hot American Summer. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Those guys. Yeah, they're hysterical, dude. They had a sketch comedy group called Stella, and they had a show for a little bit. They had a show Michael Have Issues, dude. Those guys are hysterical. Yeah, I just love all comedy, man. Like I even like Ventrilo. I would watch like Jeff Dunham or The Amazing Jonathan. You ever see Amazing Jonathan? He's like a magician.
I don't think I've seen The Amazing Jonathan. I remember Jeff Dunham for sure because I was kind of like big when I was growing up. I don't know.
If you're funny, you're funny. You know, there really is like you can't go wrong with, you know.
Yeah, because like what I grew up like my first like comedy special that I seen, was the Three Amigos, which was Pablo Francisco.
Pablo Francisco's hysterical. I saw him when I was working at the club. Dude, he was top comics for sure. He puts on a show, dude. He like you talk about energy.
He brings
and
fucking
the characters that he
sweating, dude. He sweats, dude.
He's tops for sure.
Yeah. The cool thing, I seen him at the Brea Improv, and like he was pretty funny. But like it's the same thing. Like if my parents are able to remember your stuff, like you know, it's good because I remember my dad would always call me like at the time like little tortilla boy, you know, and he would be like what was the other one he would say, like the Terminator stuff. Freddie Soto, he remembered, like a lot of my family remembered Freddie Soto stuff because he'd be like, hey pendejo, regardless, like regardless. And then there was Carlos Mencia too. It was funny. He did have his little fucking time and all that shit, but whatever. I'm not even gonna talk bad about a comic that doesn't even fucking know who the fuck I am, you know what I mean? But dude, yeah. And then I started kind of seeing like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was a lot of my fucking childhood as well, dude. Those fucking skits could never do it. What would be one of your skits that would probably like push the envelope if you could do one now?
You mean like what that I could write?
Write, perform.
Oh man, push the envelope, dude. I mean, you put me on the spot. I don't know. I haven't written. I can't give it all away. But
I put you on the spot. My bad. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that, but I don't know. It's because I feel like you're one of the comics that I know that like is interested in doing stuff like that or has done stuff like that. A lot of the guys that I've seen around or hang out with, you know, like Gil like talks about writing skits, you know.
Yeah.
And Jay has talked about skits that he's done too. I've never got to do one yet. Like, you know, they've made their stuff on their own time and stuff, but I've always wanted to do some skits too, you know. I think it's interesting because it's also like it makes you work work your comedy muscle and like improvising, because I think a lot of crowd work is improvising. So if you're able to do like improv stuff, like it's gonna go hand in hand, you know.
Yeah, I mean usually like, it's kind of like you set up the premise and then you just do a bunch of takes where you just try to deliver different punchlines, you know. I mean you see that outtakes like in all the comedy movies, you know.
Yeah,
you just
dude.
Set them up, and that's super fun because then it also comes down to that's why I love sketch comedy, but why I feel exhausted not wanting to do it, because it's like you have to there's so much logistics involved. I'm lazy, dude.
I get that though, man.
You gotta get, everyone's gotta have a call time. You gotta get the crew together. You gotta memorize the lines. You gotta, you know, make it look good. I'm sorry.
And I feel like you're a type of person that wouldn't want to take any shortcuts. Like you would want everything to look good.
Yeah, that's why I kind of have to generally work alone. It's terrible. I know that's not good, but especially with video work and sketches and stuff like that. Because to me, I'm an editor as well, so like editing is very important. You know, like the timing and everything. It's got to be perfect, and I think I would be a pain to work with, quite honestly. If I had to be involved, if it was like my sketch, I would probably drive everybody crazy.
Hey, dude, I get that though. Like, I'm barely starting to do some editing on videos, and like the last episode I did with James, that's the first video I took, right? And I was freaking the fuck out. I didn't know the little clapping thing that you're supposed to do to kind of know where you can sync the audio at.
Right.
And I was just trying to like, all right, I can. And Gil was kind of trying to walk me through it, but it's still tough, man. And like, I put the video up on YouTube, and I don't know why iMovie like downgraded the quality of it. So I gotta re-upload it so it looks nicer, because it looks fucking bad.
It's like 1 pixel.
It just looks so. It's like, what is it? 480.
Oh shit!
And like it was supposed to be like 1080.
I see. So your exports. So what are you using? Premiere? What are you using? iMovie?
Just iMovie. So, hell yeah, dude! That's the fucking subwoofer. If you heard of that shit, dog.
Okay, dog.
But yeah, it takes time, and the cool thing for me is like it's giving me something else to do more, you know what I mean? Yeah,
and also that was part of the reason why I wanted to do. I got to do something, because like it's hard for me to. I can't do as many mics as I want to. Mm-hmm. So I'm writing, or I'm at home. I'm like, well, if I can be at home, I got to do something.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, at least I can like film it, when I can, and then I can edit it when I can, and then I'm moving forward and putting out content and that kind of thing.
Yeah, time, like you can be so good at time managing, dude, but life fucking happens, bro, where you're just, like, I know you have a family and like you got to be a dad, and I'm sure that you would rather do that than like go fucking work on videos or like do mics. And I mean, you can start a new life somewhere else, man.
No, I mean, I'm fortunate that I get the time that I do have to go do what I want to do, and I still be there for invested in my family. But as my kids get older, I'm hoping that I'll be in a place where I can kind of devote more time to that, where so it's kind of like I'm moving from one to the other kind of thing. But
because if you don't mind me asking, how old are they? They're getting older, or?
Yeah, I have 2 boys, 8 and 10. So I'm pretty hands-on.
Just fucking tell them, get a job.
I know.
Have them start working, dude. What
put
the
them in
fuck?
the mines and shit. Like,
Yeah.
they got small hands. They can
do some shit.
something.
Fucking pull out
Chinese
weeds.
do it.
Chinese do it, dude. We were talking about that in the last podcast, dude. We were talking about fucking.
Come on, America.
Come on,
dude.
America. God damn it, dude.
We're losing.
Let's bring back
lose.
child labor, dude. That's what.
Dude.
Bring these fucking kids.
They don't have labor laws over there. Why?
Yeah,
like, we gotta
dude,
compete.
Fuck, dude. We gotta. Yeah, that's how we're losing.
Yeah.
That's what we're losing. We're too busy fucking diagnosing ourselves with whatever the fuck and whatever, trying to join whatever group and shit. You know what I mean?
It's Zoloft and
And Ozempic. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a great combo. We tried it. Oh, man,
yeah.
you get high as fuck.
Fucking
I
dead,
don't
dude.
know.
But
It doesn't make sense. But yeah.
I know we're just looking.
But yeah, what were we saying? What were we saying though?
Like time management, like the time
Oh,
management,
yeah.
and like, but also like trying to live like, cause I fucking hate the people that are like, yeah, I woke up at fucking 4 a.m. Guess what? I ran 3 fucking miles. I fucking worked out at the gym. I got my work done. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Good for you.
Good for you. You know what I
Great.
did? I woke up late for fucking work and I had great sleep.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna drink a fucking venti iced Americano to fucking wake myself up and get to work late, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I woke up at 6:30 and sat on the toilet for about 15 minutes while I took a shit and scrolled Instagram and did a Wordle. That's pretty much my morning.
Hell yeah, dude.
You don't get a body like this by working out.
Dude, yeah, dude. You do comedy, dude. You do comedy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but
Yeah, I'm fat.
hey, dude, so am I, dude. That's why they call me Thicky Ricky, baby. Shout out to fucking Malik for giving me that nickname. No, he called me Big Daddy.
Big
Not
Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Thicky Ricky's a good one too, though.
Thicky Ricky, yeah, those some other coworkers. Fucking, they call me Thicky Ricky, dude, and you know what I did hate though, like, cause at one point I got really fucking fat, and I was like, when I was in a relationship. And I hated when people were like just pointing out, oh, hey, dude, you're getting fucking a little big there, huh?
Oh, they would say that?
Yeah.
It's usually the opposite. It's usually after you lose the weight. They're like, you look good, dude. Like, you were super fat before.
No, it was like to the point where I'm like, am I seeing something I don't see? Like, I thought it was fine. I'm fucking tying my shoe, and I'm like, oh, wait, you're right.
Yeah.
But then, dude, yeah, and then, like, I was, like, getting butthurt about it. Like, people call me fat. I'll be all offended and shit. And then I was just like, fuck it, I'm working out.
Go home and eat a pint of ice cream.
I would fucking eat some fucking 10 tacos and fucking a Diet Coke just to fucking save some calories, you know? And I started working out, and I got slim a little bit, and then I was just like, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna still work out, but like eat whatever the fuck I want. And now it's Thicky Ricky, baby.
Yeah, it's a struggle, Ricky. Let me tell you.
It is.
To get motivated to get in shape is something I am not in the headspace.
I get it, dude.
To do anything about.
I get it.
But yeah, because I've generally been a pretty skinny kid, and like never had. I couldn't be fat if I wanted to, but as you get older,
your metabolism
and you eat a
slows down.
shitload of Del Taco, at 11 at night before you go to bed. Turns out you shouldn't do that.
You're gonna get fat.
You're gonna get fat. I remember the first, and I noticed it, but then I remember I saw a photo. I did a set. I can't remember where. I think it was at Rec Room. God bless. I did like that place, but great room. But I did a show there, or I did a mic there, and I saw some photos. I was wearing plaid,
Oh,
and
man.
I saw photos, and I got so depressed. I was like, oh my God, I look fat as fuck, dude. Like, and that's how I wrote the pregnant man emoji joke, dude. Because from that photo, joke. I'm like, dude, I look fucking pregnant, dude. Like, that's awful. And I never really recovered psychologically.
It's still affecting you,
but I still haven't done anything about it.
Hey, dude,
so
I think you look fine. I think.
Thanks. This is probably not. I'm sucking in like just. Crazy.
I don't know where the fuck people were saying that, like, oh yeah, ladies love the dad bod. I'm like, where are the ladies at? Yeah. Where are the ladies standing in line to fucking get this dad bod? But yeah, man. Did you play any sports as a kid?
I played soccer.
You played soccer?
Yeah, I played soccer.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I played soccer my whole life, basically.
Yeah, I pretty much did that from like 6 to like 14. Kind of thing. Yeah,
and then you just stopped.
Then I just stopped.
Just like,
then I got into theater.
Jazz hands.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, like half pretty much all the like.
Did you ever have
three of my gay friends? 3 of my guy friends were not gay. Everyone else was gay. It's fine to be gay. It's fine. I love them.
So too,
you know. But now I look at like theater majors and theater nerds now, and I cringe. Gay. And my wife makes fun of me all the time. She's like, I can't believe. You, because I know musicals and I sing all this shit. Like I've got some jokes. You probably heard some of the jokes about musical stuff. That's all from true life, baby. Like I know a bunch of musicals and I walk around the house singing musical show tunes and shit. My wife's like, you gotta stop. That is not hot at all. Like that is the nerdiest, dorkiest thing.
What would be your favorite like theater?
Theater?
Yeah, like show? Yeah.
You know what's funny is what really turns my wife on is have you seen Little Shop of Horrors? You probably haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors. It's about the space plant that grows and big. It's like Rick Moranis was in it. And
I don't think I've seen it.
It's a weird show. The movie was directed actually by Frank Oz. Did you know Frank Oz, the voice of Yoda and Miss Piggy?
Oh yeah.
He directed a couple movies. Bowfinger, one of them. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, great movie.
Okay, yeah.
And the movie I just mentioned, which I can't remember what I just fucking said. But which movie we're talking about?
Oh, you said something about the space plant.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. And so the love interest in the movie, her name is Audrey, and she talks like this, Ricky. And she sings songs. And I'll walk around the house and I'll say stuff like this to my wife. I'll say, sure. She'll be like, can you take the trash out? I'll be like, sure, Mr. Mushnick. And she's like, you gotta stop. That's just not like I thought you were trying to get laid tonight. You gotta stop.
You're just drying me up right now.
And I can't help myself. I'll just be like walking around the house, be like, suddenly Seymour. She's like, yeah, please.
Dude, that's sick. Honestly, like I think if I would have had the chance to be in a show like that, like to perform, I'd do it.
That's fun, yeah.
Because like you get to like just fucking act. And I remember I was in some place in elementary school, and like the only line I had was like 4 or 5 words, and I was like a toy soldier because I was actually all right. Hold on. I'm remembering now. I was a toy soldier for one of them. And then I was fucking John Hancock and another one. No fucking lines. They didn't want to give me any fucking lines.
So
but
like
the acting
you come up and you sign it.
And
but you don't say anything.
Don't say anything, Ricky. Because you're going to fuck this whole play up. You fucking retard. That's what you're in ESL classes.
You go up there, you're like, shit, I wrote the wrong signature.
My name is John Hancock.
My name is Juan Hancock.
Juan Hancock. Dude, and you know the thing is, like, in elementary school, I didn't want to speak Spanish anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I used to get made fun of for having an accent. I didn't know I had an accent.
Interesting.
And like some of my friends would be like, dude, you need to go to speech. I'm like, why? It's like, do you not hear yourself? You're saying, Tommy, can you come to my house today? And I'm like, that's not how you're supposed to say it, right? They're like, no, you sound just weird.
You sound like a stereotype.
And I didn't know.
Not doing any favors for the Mexican
community. For real, dude. And then they fucking put me in these ESL classes. I didn't want to learn how to speak Spanish anymore. And I would get made fun of my family because I don't want to speak Spanish. But dude, I was traumatized, man.
See, I had the opposite kind of thing. I wanted to speak Spanish, and I think I could do a decent accent when I speak Spanish, and I can speak a little Spanish. But my problem is I'll ask a question in Spanish and it'll sound so good, but then when they answer, I have no idea what they're saying.
you can project it, but you can't reciprocate it.
¿Dónde está la escuela? Por favor, ¿cuánto cuesta? They're like, sí, and I'm like, I got nothing.
Yeah,
like,
taco burrito.
Yeah, pretty much. It's awful,
dude. Hey, I get it, dude. Some of these Spanish accents are fucking. They're hard to understand, dude. Like some Peruvian accents. I have a best friend that is fucking. They're Peruvian. Their family loves me and stuff. But some of those Peruvian accents, I'm like, what the fuck are they saying, dude? I'm like, I need you to translate for me, dude, because I don't understand. He's like, oh, they're talking about you, whatever, blah blah. And I'm like, oh.
They called you a pendejo.
They called you pendejo. But dude, yeah, man. Fucking Danny, dude. I'm glad you came out, man. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
No, but I love Mexicans.
Aren't you married to a Mexican?
No.
Hell no, never.
No, I do. No. No.
I don't know. I
kind of half Polish and white. But no, I love. What was I gonna say?
You love Mexicans.
I love Mexicans. I love everybody.
Yeah, know? Dude. You don't.
So I hope I didn't offend anybody with my terrible impersonation of Spanish. But,
no, I think you'll be fine. There's worse shit that has been happened to us Mexicans, and
good people.
Good people.
Yeah.
They're not the best.
They're not the best. They're bringing drugs.
They're rapists.
You know, it's funny. I used to work in a restaurant, and I don't know if you know this, but when you work in a restaurant, you kind of end up generally just working with Mexicans.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you guys know?
Hold on. Let me, okay, before you say the fucking your open mic, what's the name of the restaurant again?
Farolito, which one?
No.
Oh, In Confusion.
In Confusion, okay.
In Confusion Cafe.
So I thought there was Peruvians there. I thought there was fucking Peruvians there because it's a fucking Peruvian restaurant. So I was trying to do like some crowd work or like just work on like a riff that like how Peruvians eat guinea pig. And I told the guy, I'm like, hey, like, am I right? And the guy was like, who the fuck are you talking to? There's no Peruvians in yours. I'm Mexican. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm not surprised, dude.
That's cultural appropriation.
I fucked up, dude. I took an L on that one, man.
Dude, can Mexicans do Peruvian food? Can it go back and forth? I don't think that's allowed.
I don't, dude.
I think by the international regulations of
the Peru.
Yeah,
but they shouldn't. But
what were
you were saying that you used to work in a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah. And the Mexicans would always call me Bin Laden. That was always fun. It was fun. And
the beard.
The beard. Yeah. Or Jesus or Bin Laden, and that was pretty much...
I can see it.
I get it. Yeah. But yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
As a Jew, to be called Bin Laden... it's a little confusing.
And the thing is that they didn't give a fuck.
They were
just like, he's Bin Laden, dude.
He's fucking Bin Laden, yeah. And then the other one used to say that I used to look like, who's the Mexican clown? Or whatever his name is. They said I look like him too. So congratulations, me. I won.
I forgot his fucking name, dude. But I know who you're talking about. Cepillín, I think.
Is that what it is? I think so.
I think it might be. I think it might be at Cepillín. I think. Holy shit, Danny. Yeah, dude. I know. Mexicans are everywhere, dude. We're fucking hardworking people.
I do. I grew up in Houston, Texas, and Mexicans definitely work. Like fast food here is just like legit. It is fast.
The cuisine.
You go to other places where Mexicans are not in charge.
It's not that good.
It's not that good. It's slow. You get attitude.
Yeah, dude. I think
hard workers do, for real.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn and my own heritage. Yeah, we work hard. Except the ones that are born here and Mexican like me. I'm not that fucking hard a worker. Especially, well, okay, I am to a certain extent, but also if the wage is not there, I'm not gonna bust my ass. How about that?
Smart.
Be smart about it. But Danny,
I didn't know you were a Trump supporter all this time.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love Trump. Biden, fuck Biden. I don't know. I don't give a fuck who the fuck president is. I say the next president should probably be
Oprah.
No, not Oprah. Diddy
Diddy
should be our next president.
Oh boy.
He will get shit done, bro.
So yeah, you can't vote for Kanye, but you can vote for Diddy.
I think Diddy as president, there'll be Ciroc everywhere. You might have to go to his parties, but hey, dude, who doesn't like a party, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
you might have to do some weird stuff, but we all done weird stuff before.
Yeah, right? I mean, who doesn't like a little blackmail and I mean, Justin Bieber didn't seem to have a problem with it, you know.
For real, dude. Who would you want to be president? If you can choose somebody,
who could be president? Oh man, Mikey Barajas. Mikey
Barajas, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I think he would be a great president. He would make it fun for sure.
He'd definitely be fun, dude.
He'd definitely be fun. We would probably have to watch a lot of horror movies.
His annual address, what's the presidential addresses would be pretty fire.
I think also too his vice president would be Mark Norman.
Yeah.
And then
comedy.
And then you would probably be like, what's after that?
Treasury Secretary. I'm Jewish, so I'm terrible with money though, so I don't know. Maybe not.
Hey, I mean, in this economy, I think you would do a lot better anyway. So.
Yeah. Secretary of Transportation.
Secretary of
Transportation.
All right, Danny. I'm not gonna hold you up anymore, man. Is there anything that you want to promote? You have free.
Yeah, we got Red Room June 17th. That's Inca Fusion Cantina in Santa Fe Springs. Come on out, it's gonna be awesome. We got a great lineup of awesome comics coming through, and yeah, check out On Deck with Danny Nixxon. It's a little online video series. I got like 2 subscribers on YouTube, maybe not even, but mainly I'm on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, Danny Nixxon with 2 X's. Dose.
All right, guys, and that concludes our fucking episode today. Tonight, it's a Friday. We're gonna see what the fuck we're gonna go do. I think Danny's gonna go ahead and mic. I'm probably gonna beat my meat and just call it a night.
I may watch.
He may watch. It's not gonna take that long, anyways. But remember, guys, don't be a fucking pawn. Tell your friends, your family, you love them. And just try to have a positive vibe, cocksucker. All right, and, bitch. Follow, subscribe with my friend Danny. I'm gonna have a show on June 28th. I'm gonna be at Fullerton. I think it's in Cahoots, but they put a different name. I think called it Malecon. It's gonna be for Stephanie Mateo's 1-year anniversary of comedy. So it's gonna be a big thing. I will post it on my Instagram. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I have YouTube, but I'm working on that YouTube shit. It's all Thicky Ricardo with 3 C's. And hey, love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Ricky.